Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it.
Hey guys, what is going on? I am UniqueShot back with another video, and guys, today we'll be addressing the top 10 most wanted weapons coming, or hopefully coming, to Black Ops 4. Now guys, before we started, if you guys can leave a like on this video, let's try to get 5 likes this time. And anyways, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. And anyway, here we go. Alright guys, now before we get started, we obviously have 3 honorable mentions. Now these are just all weapons that were pretty close, but just not be able to make the list. So basically my first honorable mention will be the M8A1 from Black Ops 2. Now this weapon is pretty solid, kind of reminds me of the G11 from Black Ops 1, but this is just couldn't quite cut it. And of course, the second honorable mention will belong to the PDW-57 from Black Ops 2 again. Now, of course, this weapon, it's an alright weapon, and it was kind of like a second to the MSMC and the MP7, which is why I didn't make this list. And the final honorable mention will be the MP5 from Black Ops 1. Now, this weapon I personally liked, but of course it was overshadowed so much that I feel like it'll come in the game kind of by default, just because it's such a known weapon that it's been in many Call of Duty games, in different forms. So with that out of the way, on to the top 10. So dropping in at the number 10 spot, which is going to be the Ballista from Black Ops 2. Now this, guys, I just had to add it here. I just had to add it here. It's just one of those weapons that, like, even if you didn't use, it was so known, and that you basically, everybody knew it, and it kind of started this, like, whole, well, it didn't start, but it continued this whole sniping phase that was going on during Black Ops 2's life cycle. And personally, I was using the Ballista a lot, like, just because I thought I wanted to be a little quick scoper, but of course that never came to fruition. But the Ballista is actually a fairly good gun. Now, the problem with it, the weapon, and what kind of makes it on this list, is that it's a sniper, and not a lot of people are into the sniper nowadays. I think that now for Black Ops 4, the whole entire way of play will change, and with that, sniping won't be as relevant, but it will still be definitely there. And I think a remaster Ballista will be really nice. I think that looks it's just a nice looking weapon overall, and everybody loves to get that nice quick scope on the Ballista. So that's why it's on this. That's why it's at the number 10 spot. Solid, but not the greatest. Coming in at the number 9 spot on this list is going to be the MSMC from Black Ops 2. Now, personally, this is actually my favorite SMG in Black Ops 2. Now, people are like, what about the MP7 and everything? I'm like, the MP7 is solid, but just like the MSMC has this, like, steadiness that the MP7 doesn't feel like it has at times. Because, like, I know the MSMC has way more recoil than the MP7, but, like, just the MSMC just feels right, it feels like I have power in my hands, and the gun is just so nice to look at. And when it came back in Black Ops 3, that thing was pretty overpowered, kind of like the PPSH. But anyway, but the MSMC was a really nice gun, and I think it will fit perfectly into Black Ops 4, as in, like, it's not too, like, futuristic or anything, and it's just like, it's the perfect balance. It's such a balanced SMG, and that's what people admire the most about guns. I guess the most of the guns on this list will be mostly fairly balanced, and no reason why it's number 9, just because it simply wasn't really popular. But in my opinion, I think it's number 9 just because, I really don't know. It's just like, it wasn't all that, what I'm saying? Like, the SMG, it had problems, of course, like the recoil was kind of bad, and besides that, it's a solid weapon. I do like it, and it does deserve to be on this list. Coming at the number 8 spot on this list is going to be the Galil from Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, but that's really from Zombies, and also Black Ops 3. Now, this gun is just awesome. It's so good. It's a great close-up weapon. It's a great medium range. It's a great long range. It's really steady, and putting a suppressor on it is just, like, absolutely just monster back in Black Ops 1. It was such a great weapon. It was so balanced in a way too, that it wasn't overused, and it wasn't really underused either. It wasn't really shadowed. But of course, the reason why I put it down here at number 8 is simply because it's already been remastered for Black Ops 3. Now, this wouldn't exactly be relevant, but since the fact that the Galil was able to get remastered and be able to see the light again recently, within the last, like, 3 Call of Duty games, I think that if it doesn't come back, like, right away, or if it does come back as DLC, I think I'll be mostly okay with that. I think as higher these weapons go, I think the more I want to see them there, just because we haven't seen it in such a while, and since we recently saw the Galil, not recently, but, like, from Treyarch standard, recently saw it, then I think that's why it would be at number 8. But overall, just a great, good, and just amazing weapon. Coming in at the number 7 spot on this list is going to be the MP7 from Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2. Now, for the sake of this list, I want to be going over mostly the Black Ops 2 one. And I know that they're both great, but we all know that the MW3 one, it was way better than the Black Ops 2 one, but the Black Ops 2 one is still a decent weapon. Now, guys, the MP7 was definitely probably my second favorite SMG during Black Ops 2. Now, this gun definitely deserves to be in this list, and it has it's so balanced in a way. Like, it's basically a laser, and it has a fast rate of fire, and it's so easy to play with, and it's one of those, like, good beginner weapons, and I think, for me personally, it would benefit, in my opinion, I think it would benefit mostly beginners, and I think it really does. It's one of those good weapons that it's really good to start off as, and I think Call of Duty need to have that really good starting weapon for all beginners, just so it can make it a little more fun for them, and be able to keep them with the competition, and with those hardcore guys. And I think that's why it deserves to be on this list. But of course, I feel there is some better weapons than this weapon. That's why it is at the number 7. But great SMG. Coming at the number 6 spot on this list is going to be the FAMAS from Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 3. Now, guys, this weapon it just has to make a return. It must. This weapon is amazing. Just overall, just an awesome assault rifle. Now, we all know that the Black Ops 3 version is definitely better than the Black Ops 1 version. I cannot argue with that at all. But I think in Black Ops 4, it's just a good middle weapon to have. Like, it's one of those weapons where it's good. It's really nice. It's nicely balanced. I think it's a Black Ops 1 just did a good job, and all the weapons they were all powerful, but they weren't all too powerful. There was like a good variety of assault rifles, and that's what Black Ops 4 has got to be. It's got to be one of those games, less Black Ops 2 and more Black Ops 1. I think Black Ops 3 was it was a lot more of its own game. I think that if you're able to get a good balance of each weapon during certain assault rifle class, it would just make it so much better. And this weapon is just one of those weapons where it unlocks early, and it's such a powerful weapon to use. And that's why it's number 6 on this list. Alright, we are reaching the top 5 now. So the number 5 weapon that must return in Black Ops 4 is going to be the AN-94 from Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. Now, the AN-94, there's not really much to say about this weapon. This weapon is just overall very, very powerful, and it's just like, it's good with any attachment, and the reload animation is just awesome. I think that's just a little personal thing of mine, but overall, just very powerful and strong, and of course, it's one of those weapons you unlock so much later, but it's worth it. And what Black Ops 2 was like literally 5 times more fun with this weapon in the game. This weapon was just like, it was awesome to play with, and it just rocked at any distance. Like, it was just one of those weapons that was like really good at close distance, really good at long distance, and like just overall great at medium distance. And it really puts you in the fight against the snipers and those LMGs, and that's why it just has to make a return to Black Ops 4. Coming at the number 4 spot on this list is going to be the SCARH from Black Ops 2. Now, guys, this weapon, this thing's a little bit of a sleeper pick right here. Now, I never enjoyed a weapon like this before. Like, this weapon is like, it has a mix of power and control. This weapon is just so good, and it's just like, it would be a perfect fit for Black Ops 4. And this weapon is just gotta be in here, whether it's gonna be as a DLC or is it gonna be as the original base weapon. This weapon is just so good. It's so powerful, as you can see in the gameplay here. But overall, great weapon, and it definitely deserves to be on this list. I really can't say too much about it. It's just that it's so good, and that for Black Ops 4, it would fit that kind of style if it's going to be that kind of style. Just SCARH, it fits with the futuristic, it fits with the modern thing, and this weapon, it can fit with just anywhere it wants to be. And that's why it is number 4 on this list. Coming in at the number 3 spot on this list, and this is going to be pretty controversial to a lot of people, and this is a weapon that no one expects here, and that is going to be the AK-47 from Black Ops 1. Now, guys, this weapon, I love this weapon. This weapon is so good, and it's so controlled and everything. I just love it so much. It's so good, it's so powerful, and it's one of those guns where it's just good for all kinds of players. It fits a play style for everybody. It's a very rush heavy gun. You can make it a very rush heavy class. It's good for like stealth. It's good for if you're a slayer. It just works for objective play. It's just an overall balanced weapon, and it's one of the most balanced weapons in the Call of Duty series, honestly. It's not perfect, but it's not imperfect. It's not like the ACR. It has recoil, and sometimes it can be unpredictable, but it's so good. There's so many things that come out in a balance. The pros basically even out with the negatives, and that's what makes this weapon so balanced, and that's what Call of Duty needs now. It needs one of those weapons where it just needs to have an overall balanced weapon, and I think that's what the AK is supposed to be, or what it should be in Black Ops 4, and that's why it's number 3 on this list. Coming in for my number 2 spot on the weapons that should return here in Black Ops 4, not here in Black Ops 4, but should return in Black Ops 4, should I say, is going to be the AUG from Black Ops 1. Now, as you guys know, there is a lot of Black Ops 1 weapons, just because the game just had so many good weapons, and the AUG is definitely one of them. Now, the AUG is just, like I said, the AK-47, it's so balanced, and it's so powerful, and it's one of those weapons that it just needs to come back. Like, I haven't seen the AUG since Black Ops 1. I mean, it hasn't been in any other COD since then, and having it return in as its like modernized fashion would be so nice to look at, and that's why I so high on this list originally, just because it's a weapon that we haven't seen since Black Ops 1, and a weapon that just has to make a return, and if it does, it would just look so nice. And the way that Black Ops 4, the game style is so much different now than it was back in 2010 during the Black Ops 1 era. So with all that coming in, I think the AUG will just be perfectly placed here in Black Ops 4, and that's why it is number 2 on this list. Now, guys, if you have used the process of elimination, I think you guys know what the number 1 spot is. But for those who don't know, coming at the number 1 spot for the top 10 is going to be the Commando from Black Ops 1. Now, guys, we are going to end this thing off with a Black Ops 1 weapon. And this really should not be surprising to most people, just because the Commando is just I can't say much. I really cannot what's already been said. I think like the people who play with the Commando, you guys already know what I'm talking about. For the people who did not play with the Commando, it's just perfect. Just perfect. It's all I gotta say here. It's such a powerful weapon, and again, it's a weapon we haven't seen in a while, since Black Ops 1. There hasn't been any gun like that, and with the return of it here in Black Ops 4, again, it will just fit so perfectly with the play style, because what Black Ops 4 can do is add these really powerful weapons and make it just one of those special games, because I can really don't know what to say here, but just the Commando is an overall great gun and definitely deserves to be number 1 on this list. But yeah, guys, this basically marks the end of this top 10. But I need you guys to comment down below. What is your top 10, or if not, at least your top 5? Please comment down below, and do not forget to drop a like on this video, guys. This is definitely important. It will, allow me to see that you guys like the stuff and to continue on for the future. And That's really all I gotta say here. That's just basically the end of my list. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, this is my opinion though, but it's all speculation. I'm not saying this is guaranteed, but anyway, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.